Welcome to episode 6 of The Player and the Journalist with Jillian, Reilly, and David Vick. Joining us today is one of the best goalies in America. She is from the state of Texas, so you already know Texas forever. Welcome to the show, Rachel Hall. How's it going?
Good. Thanks for having me on.
We're super excited to have you on. Jillian, you have anything you want to start out with?
Of course. I miss you, Rach. I miss the team. I'm happy to get a fellow Eagle on here. I've been trying to get you guys on for a long time.
We miss you too, Jill.
Oh, okay. I guess that's me. Sorry, I'm a little tired. So the fall has recently begun, and you just had your first fall scrimmages. I think it was at Harvard, was it?
Yep.
How did those go? We already know that you did great, so you don't have to tell us that. We already know that's a fact. How's the team looking?
I think we're looking pretty good. We return a lot of talent. We have pretty good freshman class coming in, underclassmen stepping up, upperclassmen coming into leadership roles. So I think we're looking pretty good, especially for a few weeks into the fall.
Awesome. And I have to ask. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jillian. My bad.
Last weekend.
What'd you say?
Who did you guys play?
Just Harvard and Dartmouth.
Oh, nice. Okay. I wasn't sure.
I have to ask about the New Balance uniforms. I noticed the Eagles font was very fresh, the cursive. I really like that. How are you liking the new uniforms?
Yeah, so those are our practice pennies, but they're awesome. New Balance is really hooking us up. We're getting a lot of different looks, different color schemes. So I think we like it a lot. The New Balance partnership is really, I think it's going to be really great for BC.
Jillian, are you jealous that you missed out on that by a year?
Yeah, I'm so jealous. And I think it was I don't know if you guys did an inter squad scrimmage or what, were you wearing the uniforms in that with the last names on the back?
Yeah,
those were sick.
Uniforms, last names on the back, star on the back, but
that's awesome. I'm definitely jealous, but I agree. We already started getting some New Balance perks toward the end of last season when we switched over, because we switched over like halfway through. And like obviously when we went to the Final Four, we got a lot of cool stuff. But I agree. I think it's going to be a cool partnership for you guys, and obviously you're getting more gear than we ever got last year, but it's going to be exciting, and I can't wait to see you guys take the field in those uniforms.
I have a question for you, Rachel, before we get into the normal questions. This was just a random thought I had, is like Boston College and blackout uniforms would be sick. So is there any way you can make that happen since you are a senior?
I don't know. I mean, I think we all think that would be super sick. I think it's something we've talked about for a while. I think if anybody can get it done, it's Pat Kraft and New Balance. They're awesome. So, and they really take a lot of what we want into consideration. So I think BC black jerseys would be unreal. So we'll work on it.
Yeah, make it a theme game or something when the season hits.
But no black cleats.
No black cleats.
No black cleats.
That's a no. That's a no on our team for sure. I remember freshman year I got we got these really ugly turfs, and every freshman got a different color for some reason. It was just like whatever they had left we got. And I was the one freshman that got like all black turfs, and they were so gross, but they were the only things I had. Like I couldn't wear my Nikes from high school because you obviously had to wear Under Armour, but they were all black Under Armour turfs. And I think I wore them like for one Maryland small ball tournament, and I chucked them in the trash. I was like, these are a no. So yeah, black jerseys, yes. Black cleats, absolutely not.
All right, Jillian, you want to start with the first trivia question?
Sure. So yeah, Rach, these are pretty straightforward questions. You can take your time and think about them, but they're basically just like for the fans to get to know you a little better. So question number 1 is, what is your go-to pump-up song?
Go-to pump-up?
Yeah, pre-game, in the locker room, a team song, something you just plug your headphones in and listen to. What's the go-to pump-up song for Rachel?
Well, it depends. I mean, I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan, but
I saw that
before the game. It's got to be Dior. It's got to be Pop Smoke.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
That's good.
Just as a follow-up for that, I guess for both of you, I know Kara Urbank is gone now, but I know I saw some videos of Agent Bank doing her little tap dancey thing pre-game. What song would that be for her to, break out the moves?
That's for shipping up to Boston.
Always.
She's great dancer.
The
She was
first
the
time I saw that, I was like, what?
Yeah. Pretty sure the reins have been passed off though, Rach, have they not?
They have. I think that Phoebe's a star in the making.
Okay,
So
the next Irish step dancer. We'll have to get her on here next, and she can maybe teach us a thing or two. But
yeah,
yeah,
maybe like a tutorial or something.
yeah, that'll be the next episode. It will be a Irish step tutorial from Phoebe. We'll get her on here.
Jillian's got the red hair, so she's already halfway there with the moves, I'm
know.
sure.
I know. I never was given that authority though. Kara was always the go-to dancer for that. I just played the violin for her.
All right, next question. This is a very easy one. Well, I guess it's very easy. What is your favorite vacation spot? Where will we find Rachel Hall on vacation, letting loose?
Letting loose. Not sure. So my mom's from Panama. So there's a little island in Panama called Bocas del Toro. That's kind of my go-to spot. Love that place. On the beach. Just good vibes all around. So that's my go-to. I've always wanted to go to Greece, but I think for now Panama's the place.
Awesome.
Yeah.
When can for the lucky fans that might venture to Panama, what time of year can they find Rachel Hall there?
Depends. Maybe like August. If they're there in August, maybe look for me.
Send the team to Panama this summer.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I'll come
Talk
for
about
that.
letting loose. That might be a little crazy.
Always is. Okay, Rach, next question. Tailing to your hometown. What's your favorite Tex-Mex meal?
Favorite Tex-Mex meal?
Yes.
Gotta go with like fajitas, some steak fajitas.
Okay.
Gotta be like sizzling when they come out. Side of refried beans.
Okay.
Trying to think what else.
Is there a specific place near your house that you go to, like a one, or is there just you go to any?
They're everywhere, Jill.
You've never been.
There's a lot of them.
I need to go.
I'm trying to think best Tex-Mex in Houston. I go to like chains.
Okay.
But like Lupe Tortilla is a really good one.
Okay.
That's probably my favorite one. There's a few like closer to my house, but I'll go to that one a lot.
Gotcha. Are you a soft shell tortilla or a hard shell?
I think it depends on the day, but I don't think you go wrong with either. So I'll go soft shell today.
All right. Fair.
Okay, so moving back to the team, who is the funniest person on the team this year? Obviously, Jillian is gone. Agent Bank is gone. I've heard very good things about you that you are funny, so you can't answer yourself. But who is the funniest person on the team this season?
I think we got to go with like a duo, and Jill will know this, but it's got to be Lizzie O'Neill and Katie Reel. When they're together, it's unreal. You'll never see anything funnier. You can't even imagine. They're the funniest. They bring like the best vibes wherever they go. So I'll go with those two.
Yeah. How were those two yesterday during Marathon Monday?
Jill. they're crazy.
The outfits going on.
They're the best.
I love that. Yeah, I'll back her up. Those two are from like a different planet. Now sophomores. We're freshmen last year, now sophomores. Okay. Next question. Okay, here another team question. So you're one of the tributes on the Hunger Games. Okay. Which two people on the team are you picking as your two allies?
As my allies?
Mm-hmm. Like survival of the fittest. Like who's gonna back you up, keep you from getting killed, keep you fed, disease free.
Disease free. That's important.
Disease free. Okay. My two allies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. So I have to go with Cassidy Weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's keeping me safe any Any day of the week. I'm trying to think. Maybe like I'll go Cassidy Weeks, and I think I'll go Charlotte.
Okay.
Cassidy and Charlotte. I think
Solid.
Charlotte,
Alliances.
she'd get it done. Like she'd keep that partnership above anything. So
The other way you think of it is who you wouldn't want to be against.
oh, then I gotta change.
Like the whole team is in the Hunger Games, and you're picking two lines.
You know, I'm a Harry Potter girl. I'm not a big Hunger Games girl.
My bad.
Maybe I'll go. Wait, I gotta fight these people at the end.
Yeah, like, well, no.
Okay.
It's like, who on the team wouldn't you want like attacking you? Like, you allies, and everyone else is coming for you.
Yeah. I just think if I'm in the Hunger Games, Jill,
no,
I don't think I'm making it out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I would either, but that's a great answer. Cassidy Weeks for sure. That girl's got and she's got the stamina.
All right, so just to follow up on that, another way I would like to ask it, even though this is kind of a kid's show, we don't really know. I mean, we kind of have the demographics for who listens, but who would get killed off first? Who's getting just, they're gone. Who's going first?
I love her to death, but I think it's got to be Erin Walsh. she's done.
Size is a factor.
I think I'd try to help her, but
you trying to help her, really?
But I don't think I'd be much help.
All right, what about as far as the coaches go? Which coach would survive and which coach would just be dead?
Oh, easy. Jen Kent is making it out of there alive without any scratches. Jen Kent is, I think honestly all of our coaches would do pretty well, but I think Jen Kent, there's no way that she wouldn't win.
Yeah.
I don't know who'd get killed off first, but Jen Kent is winning by a mile.
That's a good question. I kind of feel like Billy would go pretty early. I don't know why.
I don't know. I feel like
Sneaky doesn't know the system. I feel like he would just be out of there. Acacia would last pretty long, I think.
I think Acacia would be up there.
All right, next question. Who is your biggest role model?
My biggest role model.
And it cannot be Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tommy Boy's up there, but I'd probably say like my mom and dad. I think that they just do so much and they're the best people. And I look up to them every day. So definitely my mom and dad, if I could do a joint answer. Not gonna choose one, but but definitely them.
Mom's my role model too. I hope she listens to this. That lady. Good answer. Okay, next question. Do you have any hidden talents that people wouldn't know about?
Hidden talents.
Or like hidden hobby or anything?
I'm sneaky like a reader. I feel like people don't see that. Okay. But like I do enjoy like a good book. So if that's a
Why
talent.
are you laughing, Jillian? Let her answer the question.
People wouldn't expect that, but she is.
People would really not expect that whatsoever. But like I will sit down and read books for a while.
Okay, what's your favorite book?
Like series wise, Harry Potter is like above and beyond the best series ever written. I read Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey like right before Final Four when we were in the hotel. That book is like, it's an incredible book. Trying to think what else. I think right now those are my favorites. So
okay.
Awesome. And just to ask it a little bit differently, because I'm a little weird, as Jillian already knows, but do you have any weird talents that people you're a goalie. No offense, but you're a goalie. Goalies are a little quirky. That's why we love our goalies. Do you have any weird talents or anything quirky?
Kind of weird. Not really weird, but like I kind of know like the words to a lot of songs. Like sneaky, like if there's a song on, I probably know the words to it. So I feel like I'm always like singing for some random reason. I'm not a great singer whatsoever. But like I feel like you could always just, if you like really listen, I'm like pretty much always singing, which might have to work on that, but big singer, even though I'm not a great voice.
I love that.
Hey, we all have our talents, and you're just one of the best goalies in the country, so it's all good. It balances out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
All right, next question. This is something I'm very interested in. You are obviously from Texas. What is the most Texas thing about you?
The most Texas thing about me. There's a cowboy hat that comes out sometimes.
Oh.
Cowboy hat. I'm trying to think.
Do you have boots?
No, I don't. I do not have boots, but I probably should get some boots.
Have you
The
ever
most
herded some
Texas
cattle?
thing you see. Have I ever herded some cattle? No.
You gotta have to get on that. You're from Texas. You got to do it at least once, probably, right?
I
mean, yeah. I think that's gonna happen.
He's picturing you like you live on a farm, like herd animal, and, like
she's got
like
the rope and she's
lassoing.
just swinging it.
Yeah, lassoing everything. Oh gosh.
I wish that I could herd the cattle in the morning, but
I feel like you got some nice Texas posters and flags hanging up.
Yeah, I don't have one in this room, but I normally have like a Texas flag hanging.
Yeah.
I don't know the most Texas thing. I listen to country music, but I also feel like everybody does.
Good woman. Good woman.
Love country music.
Okay, last question before Jillian goes. Have you ever been cow tipping? That's a pretty country thing. No offense. Well, I'm from Georgia, so people think I'm a redneck. I'm not a redneck, but you know, do they do that in Texas?
Cow tipping. I think it's like I've never myself been. I think it's kind of messed up.
I agree. Good. You're a great person, Rachel. I don't
like
need
you
to hear
gotta
anything
just
else.
leave the cow alone if he's sleeping. No need to tip him over. But I haven't been myself. I've heard of people going.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Rachel Hall is a great person with a solid heart. Next question.
Okay. Where are we? Okay, back to your favorite book series, Harry Potter. Who is your favorite Harry Potter character and who is your least favorite?
Okay, my favorite character is probably Professor Snape because he gets a bad rep, but he's like the most important character in the book and the movie. And he just the reasoning behind him doing what he does is just like so wholesome and great. So I really like Professor Snape. The person I hate the most is Dolores Umbridge. Most people won't really know who she is unless you read the book or watched the movies. But she is just on another level of mean. So Snape is the best, Umbridge is the worst.
Interesting take. Wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't expecting Snape, but Dolores Umbridge, my God, I cannot stand that lady. She is the okay. So I took a Harry Potter class last semester just because of like an elective.
Wait, that's so sick.
Yeah, we took a Harry Potter class, and the professor. Well, I'm sorry, what was that?
They have those.
They have it at Mercer, so I
Oh,
don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I just took it as a free class. But I have to ask. You did not mention my favorite character, Mr. Neville Longbottom. What are your thoughts on Mr. Longbottom?
I think that character growth and progression is unmatched.
and the last name. I mean, Longbottom, you just can't beat that. That's just the best last name ever.
He's unbelievable.
Unsung hero of the series, actually.
Wait, in the movie, that scene is the coolest scene when he comes with the sword.
Oh, the best.
Cuts off Nagini's head. He's such a hero.
Yeah. Love it. Love Neville.
Okay, let's see. Do you have any more fun questions, Jillian, before we move into more of the serious ones? I feel like I could just keep asking her random questions all day.
I think we hit on a lot, so I think we should go into the last three.
Okay. I totally lost track of time, by the way. We normally go for 30 minutes, but I was just like, okay.
Too much fun.
So you have had a very unique journey. So you are from Texas. You started off your college career at Oregon, and now you go to school in Massachusetts, 3 very different areas of the country. My question for you is, what have you learned about yourself or about life as a result of your experiences so far?
Um, I think I think that I've been put in a really, really unique position because pretty young. I'm 20 years old and I've been to all three coasts and I've experienced three different kind of lifestyles. Um, but I think it's really cool because I knew going into Division 1 lacrosse that I would have to ultimately go pretty far from home because there's not really any programs near Texas. Um, and I kind of am a homebody when it like comes down to it, but I think that I learned that no matter where you go, like there's gonna be people that you can really like rely on and create relationships with. And you know, no matter where you go, you can kind of make these like pockets of like home away from home. So I think that's probably the coolest part about me going to Oregon and then go transferring to BC. So like I kind of have these like pockets of people that I know that are in my corner on any coast. So I think that that's the coolest thing. And I think the thing that I learned the most about myself is like I can go away from home and like survive. So I think that was really a cool thing that I learned too.
Awesome. I'm sure Jillian might want to jump in here as well because this is like a very, I think, a good question. I came up with this one. Just,
Mhm.
anyways. So something I was curious about is you are from Texas, and the game is growing so much out west. Arizona State, their program is coming strong. Um, was there when you decided to transfer from Oregon, was there any thought maybe I'll stay out west, go to a school in the Pac-12, or was that not a thought?
I think I kind of strayed away from that. And solely because of the fact that if I transferred in the Pac-12, I thought that there would be a chance that I would have to sit out. So I think I loved playing in the Pac-12. I thought it was awesome. I think that the game is really growing out there, and I think that there's a lot of great coaches at those schools. And I mean, I think Tim McCormick is doing an incredible job at ASU. I have a few friends there that just love it, and I mean the progress that even that program has made since I played in the Pac-12 to now is unbelievable. And then you have Stanford and USC and Boulder, CU Boulder. So I think those are all great schools. And if I hadn't have been in the Pac-12, I think I would have looked more at those schools. But I think BC was where I wanted to go ultimately. So that was just the coolest thing.
Well, it paid off. National champion, and you're getting your ring soon. Super exciting.
Soon.
I was
Yeah.
told, oh, sorry,
Sorry.
go ahead.
I just have one follow-up question. So obviously it is growing out west and the Pac-12 in itself is getting much stronger. But in my opinion, at least I think the ACC and the Big Ten are still the most dominant conferences. So what was sort of like the transition like playing in the Pac-12 and then being thrown right into the ACC?
Yeah, I think it was a little tough, but even the year that I did come to BC, we only played one ACC game before the year got cut short. I think going into the Pac-12, what I learned is I saw like my freshman year, I saw a ton of shots, probably a few more than I should have. But I think I just by seeing those shots, I learned like, hey, I can make saves. Like no matter where shots are coming from, I know that I can make saves. So then that gave me confidence to when I came to BC. It was obviously kind of um, difficult knowing, like this is like the real deal. Like this is the top conference in America by far. So it definitely was a jump, but I think, I mean, I until last year, I think I was still kind of finding my way in the ACC because that was my first year playing a lot of those teams for the first time. So I think it definitely was a jump and there was a difference, but I think ACC lacrosse is just incredible and it's kind of like rich getting richer every year. The best recruits want to play in the best league, so they go to the ACC. And honestly, that's what I love about being in the ACC and playing against the best teams because at the end of the year, when you play against teams in playoffs, it kind of seems like, you know what, like we already saw the best competition, and then you just build up on it. So I think it's a great opportunity to play in the ACC.
Yeah, definitely. And I think you handled yourself very well, my friend. Okay. Next question. So switching gears a little bit to in the classroom, you're a communications major, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So you're a senior now. What sort of career field do you see yourself getting into, or, exploring more, researching more about? Have you thought any more about sort of what direction you're heading in after you graduate?
Yeah, I mean, comm
Play in the
major,
class.
huge student. I'm a huge student.
Love to hear it. We love to hear it.
I haven't really thought about it that much, which I probably should start being a senior, but I think I'm kind of just enjoying my senior year, keeping my options open, taking a few classes that I kind of like what they're talking about, taking a crisis communication class with Fishman, our guy.
Love him. Love Fishman.
He's a great professor, but I think I'm finding those classes pretty interesting. So kind of just keeping my options open, networking a little bit. And then, that's a problem for future me. So I'll figure it out eventually.
Good answer.
Do you by chance think that you will go into journalism? I mean, obviously people hate journalists nowadays, but I am a journalist, so I don't hate journalists. Do you see yourself possibly going into journalism with women's lacrosse, or not a chance?
I think honestly I would. I think my whole life I've kind of really, really, really liked sports. That's one thing that I've always gravitated towards. I think it would actually be a really, really cool career. So not writing anything off, but I think that would be really cool.
There is a journalism class offered at BC that I took. I think it's either in the English department or I forget, sociology, but it's with Mara Johnson. So look it up for the spring.
I'll look for it.
Experience under your belt. It was a fun class too.
Awesome. So looking ahead to the 2022 season, you are obviously coming off a national championship win, which is the peak of women's lacrosse, no matter the level. That's what everyone wants to do, and you have done that. Do you have any individual goals for the upcoming season?
Individually, I think I could be up there with top goalies in the country. I think last year I showed sparks of it. Individually, I'm looking to be a little more consistent, game to game, week to week. Really focus in. But honestly, I'm never really been much of an individual goal player. I'm just honestly looking to play in a defense that does really well, get the ball to our attackers, and then hopefully win some games.
Awesome. So Jillian and I kind of talked about this in the very first episode, how you were just playing bonkers in the Final Four. You were just like stopping everything. Brick wall hall, is that a thing? I don't know. But anyways, you just mentioned how you showed spurts last year. You had like moments where you feel like you played really well. Do you think the Final Four showed the best version of you, or have we yet to see the best version of Rachel Hall?
I think I'm not gonna say that was the best version of myself. I think you could always do a little better, but I think that's definitely my starting point for this season. I think I was waiting for kind of a game like that. I knew that I was capable of it. And I was kind of just waiting to kind of break through that ceiling, I guess you could say. So going into this season, I'd say that's kind of the starting point. And I'm looking to build off of that. So I think that was a pretty big moment for me, because it was, I think that I showed myself my freshman year. I played some really, really good lacrosse. I think I had a game here and there in my few years at BC, but I think that was the moment where I was like, I can do this at the biggest stage against whatever team if I really focus in and get to work, I can do it. So that's definitely something that I know that I'm capable of now. So that's kind of what I'm looking to do.
Awesome. And one real quick follow-up. Are you superstitious by chance?
Not really. I really try not to be, because I'm kind of like, if I was superstitious, I'd have to be like all in. Like, if I lost with a stick, like that thing would be trashed. So like, I'm not gonna buy like a new stick every time I lose. So I try my best not to be, but um, yeah, I don't think I really am.
Awesome. I was just wondering because you did play your two amazing games in the Final Four and you had on shorts. So I was just wondering, would we see Rachel Hall in shorts in February in Boston?
Oof, I don't know if you'll ever see me in shorts in February, but I think sometimes I'll wear like the same like undershirt, which I did Final Four weekend. That's why my sleeves were probably down to here. But but I mean, I wore it in the Final Four game, so I felt like I kind of had to stick with it. But that thing saved, so I might that might be a new like look, I guess.
Hey,
Sleeves
you
all the way
gotta,
down under a normal jersey. It's not the greatest look, but it kind of works. So um
You looked
I
great.
might stick with that.
You looked great. Okay, so I believe we have one final question from us, and then I think a couple fans submitted one or two questions. So obviously, I'm not sure if you can tell us this yet, but
breaking
obviously
news.
with obviously with COVID, you are granted another year of eligibility following this one. So have you decided yet if you'll be returning in, or if 2022 will be your final season, and or if you'll be returning in 2023?
I have not decided. I think it's kind of, well, Joe, I think you think about it for a while. Still thinking about it, but really just focusing on this year and seeing what we can do. And then I think that'll definitely be a decision that comes um a little later on. Not super later on, but not really thinking about that right now.
Yeah, I agree. I will say each year takes a lot out of you. So as much as you want to stay every year, you gotta check in with the body and make sure it can do it. It's a tough team to leave, I will say, and obviously it's a family at BC and it's a fun place and hard to let go. But I agree. I think definitely cherish every moment this season and see where the summer takes you. But yeah, I miss it already. I miss everything.
Hey, you'll be back soon with the ring ceremony as long as Agent Bank doesn't postpone it again, as I was told from a very reliable source, and that source being Miss Jillian Reilly herself.
Call her out. No. Yeah, we will be back very soon. I'll actually be you guys are going to be down in Maryland, but we are actually coming back to campus this weekend for our undergrad graduation, which we didn't get COVID year. So my 2020 class is coming back this weekend for graduation and then a couple weeks the ring ceremony. So I'll be back on campus a lot within the next 4 weeks. So
Let's go.
If you
that'll
see
be a
a
lot.
redhead shedding a tear or two, you know it's Jillian. You just
Yeah,
automatically.
tier 5 or 10.
Okay,
But
so we have two fan questions. Before I get to that, just something I thought of earlier when you were talking about how you've lived on three different coasts and you've experienced very different lifestyles. When you are done playing college lacrosse, where do you see yourself ending up? Do you see yourself going back to Texas, staying in Boston where it's very cold, going out to Oregon where it's also very cold? Where do you see yourself?
I don't know. I think there's definitely pros um to every one of them. I think I don't know. I think when I'm older, I'll probably end up on the East Coast. I think I like that pace, I guess, for when you're like older. But I think right after college, I don't know.
maybe
There's
in
like I
Boston.
Yeah, I mean Boston would be sick. I think New York City would be really cool. Um, Austin, Texas is like one of the coolest places. Maybe Nashville. There's something to do out in Nashville.
Hey, you
Um,
can wear your cowboy hat in Nashville. It's perfect. It's
yeah,
a
I
perfect fit.
know.
There you go.
Also, you do have to get some boots though. I mean, you're from Texas. You have to get some boots at some point. You don't have to get the
I
red ones that are
know.
like, those aren't cowgirl boots, but
Gotta get
This
some.
is a must.
My
how
brother's actually a big boot guy. He wears boots.
Really?
I just gotta get some.
You can get some recommendations from that fella. There you go.
There you go. Put it on the Christmas list.
Okay, so we have a question from Chloe. And she wanted to know what has been your favorite part about your time at Boston College so far?
I think honestly, like all of it. Like I think even like looking back on the past few years that I've been here, it's kind of like the sneaky moments that are my favorite ones. Not even obviously like winning a national championship was so cool. Like I still don't even believe that we did that. It feels like a dream, but I think like the month leading up to the national championship, looking back, that was like the coolest experience. Like being in a hotel with my best friends and then getting to go to like beach houses and Marblehead and just all these cool places. And, like even the day that like Jill, Charlotte, and Kara, like their graduation day, like that was one of the coolest experiences ever. Like we were at like the Hasselback's house, like by their pool, like just celebrating. Like it's I think it was like just sneaky moments that in the moment you don't think, like they're obviously fun in the moment, but then looking back, they're just like the coolest, most fun memories. So definitely those ones.
Very cool. Do you have a funny story or a good story that you would like to share? Feel free to expose anyone. Go right ahead.
Um,
No one's
so
safe on the podcast.
I'm trying to think.
Be here all night talking about.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
hotel life was like low key fun though. Like people didn't like being in the hotel, but I actually like loved it. I thought it was so fun.
Yeah. So for people that don't know, we were put in a hotel. I think it was the week leading up to, well, it's different for seniors. The majority of the team was, they tried to create a bubble because of COVID. And so most of them moved in the week leading up to our Elite Eight game against Notre Dame, just to sort of keep the team safe and move them out of campus or out of their dorms off campus into a hotel. So we're pretty much living like the sweet life of Zach and Cody like for a long time. And then obviously when we won the Elite Eight rounds and we were waiting to leave for the Final Four, we were in the hotel. So a lot of quality bonding time, a lot of fun activities in our common room and stuff like that. But I would agree, there's definitely some funny stories from the Newton Hotel for sure.
I don't know if you've seen this video, Rachel, but I'm sure Jillian has. This is a few years ago. I think it was a few years ago. It was in a hotel. Dempsey Arsenal and Sam Apuzzo were racing, and Sam Apuzzo wiped out. Did we have any recreations of that?
I don't think I've ever seen that video, but
Yeah, no,
I'm
that's a
trying
good
to think like what we would do. Like it was just like so fun. Like you could go from door to door and like it was kind of like living in a nice dorm. You had your own bathroom. You had food provided for you. And I'm like not a great cook, so like maybe that's why I loved it so much. Like I was like, oh my god, I can finally like eat food that's edible. But I like it was so fun. You could go from like door to door. Your teammates are in all of the halls. It was so fun.
Yeah, we had like a gaming system. I don't even know what Billy
Yeah,
brought.
Xboxes provided by Billy.
Xbox.
Xboxes by Billy.
Yeah, Xbox by Billy. Yeah, it was a good time for sure.
Jillian, you're gonna have to make sure she sees the video of Sam Apuzzo wiping out because that is hilarious.
I will show you that, Rachel. I'll send that to you after this. It's funny. Okay, final question from Grace. She wants to know, what advice would you give to a fellow Texas lacrosse player?
I'd say, I think just if I could go back, sorry, and tell my high school Texas self, I think it gets kind of, I don't even know the word for it. It kind of gets overwhelming when you feel like you're doing everything right and people aren't looking and people aren't seeing you. And I remember thinking like, if I lived in like Long Island or Maryland or just anywhere that had more exposure, I would like, so when I went through recruiting, I really didn't have any offers, and I was thinking like if I lived anywhere else, like I could go blah 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 blah, like just what ifs. I think staying away from the what ifs are really important. And I think just realizing that like what's going to happen is going to happen. Like it takes literally one moment in time for a college coach to see you, and you never know what that moment's going to be. So if you're sitting there sulking about, oh, I'm not getting looked at, like that could be your moment when, you know, so and so was on the sideline. So, and I also think you're not really tied down either, which is I don't really know how to explain it, but like I was committed to Colgate, then I decommitted and I went to Oregon. And then even once you get to college, you're not stuck there. Like if you want more, or you you choose what you want. So once you get to a place, it's not, this is advice that a close family friend gave me when I went to Oregon. She was like, if you don't like it, like I know it's far from home. If you don't like it, it's your choice. Like you don't have to stay. It's not like, hey, you go there and then you're stuck there for 4 years. But I think just stay away from the what ifs, and really focus on yourself and getting better, because at the end of the day, I think your talent will speak for itself. And if people miss you, they miss you, and then you get to prove them wrong every day. So I think that's what I'd say to a kid in Texas. And I think it is getting better. It's getting more recognition. People are definitely going to Texas to look more than they used to. So I think soon enough, it'll be a hotbed. So
That's a great answer. I like what you said about it really taking one moment, because I think, you know, everybody's recruiting process, like everyone's are different, but I always like to tell my story. I don't know if you've even heard this, Rach, but I was talking to a bunch of different schools. I think it was my like freshman leading into my sophomore year, but BC was not one of them. And I think it was like 3 nights before their summer overnight camp, I was just like, I just decided to go. I was like, whatever. Like, I didn't know anybody going. I sort of knew Morgan because we had played Mass League together, but I didn't know anybody else going. And I signed up and went to it. And I was rooming with a random girl who I didn't know from Colorado. And after the 3 days, I ended up like talking to the coaches and getting an offer. So like, it really does just like, it's when and where you end up going, and you know, taking advantage of all those opportunities. I think is also awesome, and advice for anybody who's in the recruiting process is just to stay patient. But I liked your answer a lot, and I think, you know, you can never settle for something if you're not happy with it. But I think that was a great answer, great advice. So I think, David, I think that was all the questions.
Yes, that was great. I'm Rachel and you have me ready to run some sprints right now. You know, that was great stuff. So that was honestly really good. I wish we had another hour so we could keep talking. Rachel's probably done with us, but Jillian and I, I'm sure, had a great time. So yes, thank you for coming on the show. Cannot wait to share this with everyone. If you ever want to talk Harry Potter, hit me up because I can hit you with some conspiracy theories probably that are a little crazy.
Let's go. Like I legit like have. I'm actually such a nerd, but there's like books on books on books of just Harry Potter.
Can we get can you do that again so I can get a screenshot and then post it on Instagram?
No.
I was gonna say, yeah, we need a good picture, but I have a good one from the Final Four of me jumping in that we can put as the episode cover photo. It's a good one.
My gosh.
Hey. Harry Potter also, we'll do a little flash up of the Harry Potter books.
Maybe we'll like Photoshop a little cape around her or something.
Oh, perfect.
What is your Harry Potter house?
Oh.
So this is my thing. I'm in Slytherin, and people
no,
no, that's the thing. People give Slytherin like such a bad like rep, but like it's only because of the movies. Like the movies make Slytherin look so bad. Like Professor Snape was a Slytherin, and look what he did.
I don't know, Reach. He was evil for the majority of the movie.
Tell her, Jillian. Tell her what's up.
like I see where you're coming from. Or like,
Jill, I'm gonna have to prime you the books because
I know I've read like one of the books. I've watched all
because
the movies, but I'm not a big reader, so I've read like one.
he was not evil.
Not in the
He
book.
kept
Okay, the
Harry
book's
safe.
different then because he's
The
definitely
books are different. They're a lot better.
okay. He's definitely portrayed as evil in the movie. So maybe
Yeah, he is.
that'll be my winter break hobby. I'll just pick up all the books and I'll start reading them.
What is your house?
What house
Jillian?
are you? I feel like our whole team did it last year.
Yeah, that was a big thing on our team doing the houses. I was Hufflepuff, I believe. But I don't really know. But I was pretty popular on our team though. A lot of people were.
Yeah. Kayla Turner's a Hufflepuff.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why. Okay, if Kayla Trainer's a Hufflepuff, then I'm happy with
Then
it.
it's cool now. It's cool.
Yeah, I'll be a Hufflepuff for life, sure. But yeah, that was a fun little activity. Have you guys started that this year? Has anyone done it yet?
Like, not really.
You and Phoebe were
Because
the ones
everybody's
going. So
yeah.
practice activity, but that's
I feel
Awesome.
like
Well,
it was
thank you.
definitely like a COVID year thing. Don't
yeah,
you think?
oh for sure.
Like this year, now that it's back to normal, it's like no
Yeah,
Harry Potter
like,
talk.
get your head out of the Harry Potter books. Yeah, that's so true.
I don't know if you noticed, but during the Louisville game, they like started talking about
Yeah.
Harry Potter. Yeah. I was like,
But okay, we gotta clear this up. Like now that I'm on this thing, let's clear this up. They said that me and Phoebe Day sit around all day reading Harry Potter books, which is just not true. Like we read them, yes, and we really like it, but like we do not sit around all day reading them and then discussing them with each other. I don't know how they got that, but now the slate is cleaned.
So there. We'll tag Phoebe in this too. So she can get a little credit for it.
they had a bad source, you know, fake journalism right there.
Yeah, there you go. Exhibit A. That's true.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We would love to have you on again sometime. And if you get some random Instagram message in the future with some random Harry Potter conspiracy, it's probably me, but I will probably not. I will keep my weird messages to Jillian since she is the co-host of the podcast. But best of luck the rest of the fall and in 2022. We cannot wait to see you play. Represent. Okay,
Hey.
they can't see the video, so it's all good. So yes, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Good luck this weekend.
Thanks.
Have fun.
I think
Watch
we're gonna look good, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, you are. I love it. Yeah, thanks for coming on, Rach. We appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for having me, guys.